The purpose of this game is that it teaches you how to be a department manager at Walmart. It's a pretty basic app. You'll see as I'm going along that we'll figure things out very quickly. I'll explain anything that I feel like needs to be explained. If you have questions, ask. If not, I'll probably just throw them out anyway. I like to talk nervously. So our goal is to finish our primary goal as a department manager, which is to just hit the 3 goals that we have. We have a goal for it's a thing that's called OSCA, which is basically, do we have the things on the shelf that people want to buy? We have a goal, we're going to randomize till I like, this guy looks alright. He's got the big beard, he's got the mustache, and he's got the white glasses. I think we're going to go with this one. Yeah, so OSCAs do have things on the shelf that we need. We have a CFF score, which is basically customer satisfaction. Are we being friendly to the customers? Are we cleaning things up? That sort of thing. And are we reacting to them quickly? And then there is sales, which is obvious. So these goals are not terribly difficult to attain over time in the game, as long as you're doing the things you're supposed to be doing in the order they want you to do them. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start, and I'll explain some of the things I'm doing in the game. But this is very much a clicker game because it is a phone game. I'm playing it with a program called BlueStacks that lets you do these sorts of things. So, and the reason I'm speedrunning it today specifically is because of the things that have happened over in El Paso. And I'm not advertising this outside of this channel. I don't want anyone to think, and I'm not doing it to try to gain attention for myself because of this, but this was something I've planned to do, and as you can see, I've actually got a set of splits. I've done this before. It will not take me an hour this time. I struggled a bit with some things that I've now better at, but I just want to keep... I don't want to let things like this devastate more than what they do. There is nothing I can do in my power, being where I live and just with the power that I have as a person, that I can do to stop that sort of thing happening there. And there's very little I can do as a person if it happens near me, just as that I'm not somebody who carries a weapon. I'm not somebody who, which I don't want to really advertise, but not somebody who's terribly strong or can do a lot of things. But at the same time, this is something that would be kind of fun to do, and I just want to kind of dedicate doing this to, you know, all the Walmart workers who are kind of, you know, distraught, worried, upset, angry, looking for a solution. This isn't one. This is not a solution to the sort of problems we have as a country or as individual people, but... And I kind of want to talk about it more as I'm going along, but I probably won't just ramble myself, because I feel a little uncomfortable with that. Anyway, we're starting the Spark City speedrun. It starts when I click Start Game, and that will be in 3... Nope. Pause. I'm going to move the splits up a little bit. They're bothering me being that low. Okay. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. It should play about as fast as it does on a phone. I'm not going to pay attention to what Cynthia says, because I already know it. I've done this before. Alright, and we're going to talk to Luis here. It tells us what we need to do. We will fast forward time repeatedly here. Okay, 12, 20, 10, place it in. There's no way that's going out. So what I'm doing right now is checking the overstock from the previous night. The things that people said did not go out, to see if they could go out. This also cannot. I'm just doing very quick math. If you know what you're doing, it's very simple. which I think is part of the purpose of this game, is to show people the things that Walmart does to make the job. Oh. And sometimes it misses what I'm clicking on. Now this definitely should be going, again, based off of the math. Scanning bins is even easier. It'll tell you if it needs to go out or not. This one isn't beeping at me. Thanks, Cynthia. So we're going to teleport to the sales floor. Right. If I see anything with a yellow exclamation point as I'm walking by, I'm going to attend to it. These are very basic things that we can do to help things. I just talk to the customer, you know. Sometimes they need something. Most of the time I'm just being friendly. You want to be careful not to ignore the customers and walk away from them. I actually do that all the time in this game. And just hope that they don't need anything, and if they do, it'll flash up, and hopefully I can get to them before they get mad. So we're gonna run. It's not really running, it's fast forwarding the game. So it's missing a label, so let's make a label. That's why the item didn't go out. The stalker didn't know what to do. So now that we got all of our backroom items checked, we're going to check each aisle to fill outs. That would be, okay. My guy is confused. There we go. So we just kind of do these things as we're going along. Because they'll keep appearing, little issues that need to be fixed over the course of the day. This is a real-time speedrun, so I want to fast forward as much as possible, even though it doesn't make things go faster in the game, technically. Like, the time fast forwards along with you. It's still a time save on my end. This is what we do. We just go along checking the aisles to see if there's anything we can fill, so that we don't have things that are out. Sometimes you can get by walking by a customer without them getting mad at you. That time I did. Okay, we're gonna go here now. This isn't really like in the specific order that's supposed to be done, but this is something that if we don't do, we won't get all of these things done by the Friday goal that we have. Check our handheld. Okay. That up too. The first day is easier than any other day because they add a few things that you have to learn over time. Normally I'm getting to this point right about lunch. 11 o'clock in the day timer, so. Alright, and just kind of explain, one of the reasons I'm doing this too is because, as some coyly mentioned in some places and more obviously mentioned in others, I do work at Walmart. I am, at least at the beginning of the stream, wearing a black shirt, kind of in response to the things that have happened. I have a lot of friends who are really distraught and distressed about the situation for personal reasons, not because they're there. And again, I'm nowhere near the area. And thankfully, I do work for a company that I know will do whatever they can to help the people who are involved, who have both the capabilities, and will step up to do that. Getting over here. And I even did a little bit of decoration, if you can see. My Pikachu doll is wearing a Walmart vest. So we kind of got him in the mood. I assume Pikachu's a him. I've never really thought about it that much. I don't think it matters that much. But that's what I go with. So we're changing prices. Price changes are not actually a thing in this game. They impact nothing as long as you beat the game fast enough. If you wait on them too long, you'll get in trouble. But I haven't had that experience. So the main reason I'm doing them is that it eats up time faster than standing around doing nothing. Okay. Customer needed something. I decided to walk them to it. It's boosting our CFF score up here. Our goal is a 101%. It can actually go up to 102. It's the only one that can actually go higher than what we raise it to. Asuka in sales, I believe Asuka is 96. And sales is plus 6%. CFF is much easier to raise than the other ones. That is definitely the case. Uh-oh. Here's our first event. There's a spill. We always guard the spill ourselves. If we go to the back room, it's almost automatic that a customer will hurt themselves because we weren't there to keep them from stepping on it. So, again, the game doesn't require that you make a lot of decisions. It's mostly about reacting to things quickly and doing the stuff that you're supposed to do. So. Help this lady. I'm gonna check something. I've actually done everything I need to do today, so I'm going to spend the rest of the day running around talking to customers. To boost up my CFF score. There's a lady. Might not have talked to her yet. Nope, I did. You can't keep talking to the same people. It doesn't give you credit for that. Here's a person. And you can't just hide in the back room either. As tempting as that could be at times, the game doesn't reward you for that. And if there's a spill on the floor and you're not out there, the spill continues to get worse, and there's nothing you can do to stop it because you don't know where it is. So, if a customer needs something, we always walk them. If they need a lot of things, we don't. We actually point them to the Wal-Mart app, which will tell them where everything is. There we go. Our day ends at 4 o'clock. There is no overtime in this game. You're not allowed to get overtime. I'm tracking down this lady because I think... There we go. I was pretty sure I hadn't talked to her yet, so... Need to get those points. Oh, there we go. This guy looks new, too. Unfortunately, the game likes to unfast forward a lot, which I have, again, some extra time in this first day. This won't keep up. Oh, he needs something. All right. Good boy, Aaron. Nope. I walked down the wrong aisle. This is the problem with fast forwarding. Sometimes you miss things. No, come back, customer. Okay. We're gonna slow down for a second. We don't need to get everyone mad at me because I can't manage to talk to them, right? We do have some leeway with CFF, though, because of days like this. The game doesn't factor in that all we're going to do is walk around talking to people. And so we're kind of grinding on it. And there's our first clip. So it is 98% for Oscar, but we'll have a chance to fix that. We're going to skip the Wal-Mart cheer. That's not something I think you're allowed to do at work. Okay. Glitched off the screen. I think I'm doing this right. I'm not 100% sure if it tells me right now. I think it does. I think it pops up a message saying that's not quite right. Yeah, that definitely goes to the floor. Basically, what I'm doing is checking the math to see if there's more stuff on the floor than could possibly be counting the item I have. So we're going to have a lot of floor work to do today. Some days you'll have 1 or 2 items, sometimes you'll have 5 or 6. I suppose that's how it is in real life too. Go this way. We'll go fast. If it's plugged, and then we unplug it. Plugging means people just threw random stuff in the place. Sometimes that's an employee, unfortunately. Sometimes that's a customer. This game does not put any particular judgment on that. We just fix it. Alright, products for the big game. We went canned chicken and buffalo sauce. Because that's the right answers. Oh, I missed something on that side. So, sales and Oscar are going up. We have a little bit of leeway with those, but not much. So we don't want to take too long addressing them. Go. We're just going to talk to these people real quick. Nope, talk. There we go. We are wasting a little bit of time by leaving it on fast forward and not, you know, just kind of slowly walking around, but that's fine. We also want salsa and tortilla chips. Oh, he needs something. Walk customer to product. Uh-oh, there's a spill somewhere. Right? No, I must have just missed something. Whoops. You'll see already our CFF is shot up. Okay, where's the spill? There it is. Now, one thing we will do in this game is we're going to ignore any customer that tries to get in our way and stop us from doing, here we go. What's the last? There it is. No customers along the way. Missing the label, so we'll make a label. Okay, that part of our job is done. Doing the thing our boss asked us to do. And then we go back to the filling outs part of the day. Yeah, and this gets pretty repetitive. We don't... when you... I would say this is a game that generally isn't meant to be played twice. I miss talking to both of them. That's pretty bad. Talking to the other guy, I think, absolves me of talking to the first guy for some reason. I'll take it. And I'll take a drink. Whoosh. Now, sales is going up pretty slow, and of the things, that could be the hardest to go up, but... Oh, I missed that. I didn't see that there. That's alright. Finished stocking a mod that was set last night. Okay. Now we're doing something called section work that has us kind of go through these sections really in depth to make sure everything's correct. And now it's lunch break, which is... I think they expect you to think the break room is over here, but it does seem like we're going to lunch in the alcohol aisle a little bit. Oh. Nope, too late. She's way too far past. Inform about mobile app. Look at all these customers. Oh my gosh, so much work. Actually, while I'm here, let's do this. Putting all the items away we found laying around the store, customers left, or people at the front end decided they didn't want, that sort of thing. Cleaning off the shelf like the boss asked. There we go. Okay. And I got a new request from the boss. Oh, it's over there. Well, I'm already in the area. Let's just go now. The assistant manager requests are actually pretty useful for getting sales up. Because again, it could potentially be a very slow process. Oh shoot. Nope. We're just still ignoring them, I guess. Okay, I must have talked to that person already. I'm getting a little too much fast forwarding. I'm messing stuff up. And again, I assume you'll get in trouble if you ignore the boss's commands too much, but I do them as I come across them. I don't go out of my way normally. And there's a spill somewhere. I like to think that these are things that if I could, if this were on a phone, it would be easier for me to do. There we go. Since we're over here, let's take care of this. Another customer. Now, the way it looks, we might not finish all of our price changes today. Again, I'm not that worried about it. That's the last thing we need to do in our process. So, if I go out of the way, it's going to cause issues. And it doesn't give us any direct benefit immediately. It might impact our sales in a way that isn't obvious. I haven't figured that out yet. But it doesn't directly lead to sales. Oh wait, she needs something. Inform about mobile app. That's one of those, you know, you give somebody a fish or you teach them how to fish sort of situations. At least I think that's what it's supposed to be. Oh. I just missed a whole bunch of customers right at the end of the day. And I didn't even get that price change done. That's alright. The only real negative is we get an extra message from Cynthia because we didn't finish it. She'll tell us that it'll say one day. You should make sure to do those first. And I'll say, okay. I missed that split entirely. I forgot about it. Place in bin. That won't go out. We know right away if we get those right or wrong, because it will smack us if we bin something wrong. Pick that. Yep. Unless it says to pick it, we don't pick it. But we get credit for not doing extra work towards our score, which is a little odd, but that's how it works. So. Oh, you know what? Walk customer to product. Pointing to aisle is never the right answer, and we never do that. I think the game gives you like a hard lecture about it. So not only do you fail to get, you know, your points or whatever, you also get the game wasting the speedrun time to yell at you. Go. Filling outs. Yeah, I like how the other workers kind of peek around occasionally. Now we're stocking the items that we got in for these end caps. This should give us a boost to sales later. Doesn't do anything right now. Just take care of all these end caps while we're here. Oops. Oh well. Again, our scores do go down a little bit day to day. I'm not sure exactly why. I think it's a gameplay mechanic, but it's a little odd that it just goes down, I suppose. It's also a little odd that it goes up while we're doing it, so, you know, can't complain. One way, you'd have to complain both ways. Okay, so we've got all the outs. Next, we'll restock our go-backs. Nope, ignored the customer. Shoot. I was hoping it'd put me real close to the stuff I gotta do here anyway, but it didn't. Fast forward. There we go. Sneak in a little CFF while I'm doing something else. Continue to buff our Oscar score. There we go. The game does let us finish, but then we still have to take a full hour lunch, so we'll start at 8 after instead of right at, or 9 after instead of right at 12:08. Oh, it's all the way over there. Okay. So don't worry about going there yet. We'll probably hit it along the way. Alright. And we take care of the spill as fast as we can. Okay, now we'll just start doing price changes. Be a little more aggressive talking to customers because, again, this is not the most important thing in our routine. Oh, I forgot about this too. So, our goal here is to just finish the goals for the department manager of grocery. There is another level to this, but I'm not going to include that in the speedrun because the speedrun here is already, it's not going to take another hour. That's the first one. Again, I was still planning out a lot of stuff, so it took a lot longer than it should, or it needed to. I don't expect that to happen again. Okay, so our CFF is almost a goal already. Like I mentioned before, it's the easier of the things to raise in this game. If it were only so easy in real life, I suppose. Inform about mobile app. We actually lose points if we help her, which is an interesting thing. But the game very much is trying to show you exactly how the company would want it done. It's not about what could also work in real life but would be suboptimal and cause issues later. Come back here, lady. I won't chase you down. Okay, maybe I won't. Maybe I will. There she is. No! Talk. Okay, so that wasn't that great. Just gonna stand here, and if anybody comes by, I'll stop. Talk to them. Nope, that's our day. So it's a little late, but it's not terrible. We are 12 minutes ahead of pace. Thank you, Luis. Try this again. We'll check on that one. Anytime the difference in the shelf and what's in the floor is less than what the case quantity for the item is, we want to check it. Alright, so we got one item out of the bins today. And one that we didn't put in the bin, so that's good. Alright. So our CFF is almost there. Our sales seem like they're lagging a lot, but we're about to get a gigantic boost to them. Label missing. And by about, I mean at the end of the day. It's not like it's incoming that fast. And now we just kind of go along. Oh, there was something that popped up. All these things just popping up as I'm going along here. More work. Customer. Hi, customer. Hello. Hi, customer. Hi. Alright, so you see our Oscar here. We're about 1.5% behind goal, which is 98. We are at goal for CFF. And sales, it looks like we're way behind, but I would assure you that we're actually doing quite fine in that regard. There we go. I was all prepared to slow down if it came down to it. We can't afford to make anybody mad at us, even though we are technically at goal in CFF. We could pretty much, you know, tread water, but that kind of goes against the spirit of what this game's about anyway. We got even more things for the manager just telling us to do. Scanning these features helps our OSCA score. This is something that has to be done every Thursday. So, Thursday you get a huge OSCA. Uh-oh, something's happening. There it is. This person could be a shoplifter, so we're going after them. By going after them, I mean we're going to talk to them. Oh, everything's okay. Very hospitable. I will take the 2-second time loss just to point out that it says very hospitable. I'm kind of getting a full list here, but we'll have time to catch back up. Oh shoot. Let's do that. And my guy running along too is great. Let's go down here since we're sort of in the area, and I want to go to those go-backs anyway, because they might teleport me up. Teleport is probably not the right term for that, but they always put you somewhere, you know, putting the stuff away. We got little confetti. Like, we helped the customer. Hooray. And now we emerge from the alcohol aisle. Once again, ready to help customers. Still got this one to do. Oh, that's gonna be bad. Well, we'll just say that's a little bit of an oops. You'll see our Asuka here is now in very good shape. And what we're doing right now should almost finish it if it doesn't completely finish it up. Oh, there's a spill. We actually saw the spill before it started yelling at us. How about that? That doesn't happen. Usually it's on the opposite end of wherever we are. So that was a convenient spill, I suppose. Well, let's go this way. Oh, you know what? Let's do this while we're here. We'll just kind of pick them off along the side. Oh, boss. Oh, she needs something. There we go. It's always nice when the customer takes us to where we want to go anyway. This way. Right here. There we go. Our CFF is now maxed out. We are as friendly with the customers. Their opinion of us is as high as it can possibly get in the game. Watch us stock super fast. And I ignored that customer. Sorry. Oh, it didn't ding us. She saw I was doing something and wasn't upset, I guess. So again, our sales look like they're lagging. It's got to be, I think, +6, +7. But they're not that bad. Oh. When I hear that noise repeatedly, that means there is a shoplifter around. And we must stop them because that's sales. Oh, sorry, customer. This will end our day. So, next day. Oh, we saved another minute on that one. It was by the end of this, though, where I started to figure out what I'm doing. So, got that. I missed some stuff. Okay. A lot of work in the back room today that we don't really need to do. I mean, we have to do it because the game's going to make us do it, and it's the thing in the right order. But 35, 20, 10, place and bin. But we are almost done. 34, 20, 10, place and bin. If you subtract the second from the first number and it's higher than the one on the right that I pointed to, then we're done. We're good. 25, 20, 10. That's less. We need to figure out why that's wrong. And all these things can help sales too. And that helps sales. So you might not have noticed it because I was going through it very fast, but we actually have a plus 50% to our sales increase now because of the end caps we did for the big game. The items, if you know anything about merchandising, isn't very difficult to pick, but it's supposed to put you in the right mindset. Like, this is what we got to be thinking about. You got to feature the stuff people want to buy at the right time of the year for whatever events are going on. So, and again, we're in the home stretch. I expect to see sales start jumping. Unplug. I think we kind of threw that cart down right on top of the guy. Clean shelves. Our Oscar is now maxed. Our CFF is good. Go this way, I guess. And our sales are close. We should actually get to a point in this day where all we are doing is trying to run out the timer. I know what, let's keep going. It was okay. I just ran away from that customer. I gotta be a little careful here because I don't want to blow up our CFF as we're nearing the goal line, but as far as it goes to complete the things that we need to do, the one thing we can afford to mess with because we'll get opportunities to fix it. Okay, do I have no more items to do, so I'm in this aisle. I might as well do this aisle's thing first. There goes the shoplifter. I'm walking back and forth past him. Yeah, stopping shoplifters boosts our sales. Because I guess they buy the stuff instead of stealing it. Whoops, ignored a customer. Ignored another customer. I thought those were people I talked to already. Whoops. Oh, spill. Where are you at, spill? Here's the spill. Always guard the spill first. Even if it takes longer than if you went and got it yourself. It is the safe move. So we're at +6. I think +7 is the goal. It might be +6. I can't remember for sure. But we should be fine. Plus, I think filling outs helps our sales anyway. There we go. Okay, Aaron. I just decided to start ignoring all the customers. I hit the pause button, but I missed. So let me just make sure. Okay. Our daily routine to make sure we're doing everything in the right order. This is going to bump Asuka up, which is going to be completely irrelevant. But we can't do price changes until this is done, or we'll get a bit of talking to from Cynthia, our boss. I think she's our boss, at least. She's at least helping us do this, so. Here we go. Replace end cap somewhere. I am just going to continue to go along doing what we're doing. The really important thing of doing these actions is that it eats up the time faster than we can do normally. And that is all we are doing right now, is running out the timer. As long as we don't irritate a bunch of customers, we got our goals. So. Oh, she needs something. And this eats up time just as well as the other thing too, so. Where are those things at? Oh, I clicked. There we go. And this was something I discovered at the end of the speedrun yesterday, that it's actually a lot faster for me to do work after, even though I don't need to do it anymore to hit our goals, because it eats the time up faster in the day. I was actually hiding, and that wasn't the right option. So kudos to Walmart or to whoever made the app, for not allowing that to be a strategy in a speedrun. I'm sure that wasn't what they were thinking, but it does seem to be at least sort of well thought out in that regard. You cannot just hide and get your points. Okay, spill is here. Thank you for putting the spill next to something else I need to do anyway. Yeah, I got a hit for ignoring a customer, but you kind of have to in that situation. Because the spill will continue to ding you. And again, at some point, a customer will get hurt. But it takes quite a while. Yep, and now it looks like we might... Oh, there's a shoplifter. That could damage us, so we want to make sure to take care of that concern. Let's take care of what the boss wants, just so I don't get in trouble or something. Alright. And now let's just spend the rest of the day doing price changes, talking to customers if it comes up. And we stop the timer when Cynthia gives us the message of congratulations. There it is. So... Says the last segment actually took almost 2 seconds longer. That's great. So we turned it around in a hurry. We have succeeded in our mission as the dry grocery manager. And we did it in 48 minutes. Also, the day is still playing out, so if we stay here, like, customers will get mad at us because we're not talking to them. You know, spills can happen and so on. Like, the game doesn't just doesn't end, so... no, we did a pretty good job. So this is what it looks like at the end. Again, goal was actually 6, so we kind of blew that one up. And our CFF almost maxed out, so... That is... the end of the Spark City speedrun. Thank you for watching. Hopefully... Again, it's just a little minor thing, but this gives you an idea of what a department manager goes through on a normal day.